I had a divine inspiration, but my battery died. Have you ever noticed how famous people have divine inspirations? You know, like athletes or artists inspired by God. Unless you happen to be rock and roll or heavy metal, in which case you're inspired by demonic possession. In my case, inspired by nothing. So here I am in a hotel. Check this out. It's a hotel. You know, have you noticed how hotels are always pretty much the same? I mean, granted, look at this is a low-end hotel. I mean, nice lavender curtains. But you haven't noticed how, like, in general, hotels are basically the same. I mean, except for these pictures. These are utter garbage. But basically the same, right? I mean, you know, like, I pay, $50 a night for this, right? But a hotel that costs, $100 or $200 would not be that much better. You might get a little bit better bedding. You might have a nicer elevator or nicer exterior or better brand name, but basically the same, right? So I'm thinking about, like, hotels and, what are hotels notorious for? No, not that. No. Loneliness, right? Hotels are notorious for loneliness. So what do we get in a hotel? You know what I'm talking about. It's in here. It's in this drawer. Not in that one. It's got to be in one of these. Let's see. Ah! No. That's proof that God exists. I mean, proof that we don't come from an ape, right? Okay, so here. Now, before I get to this, yeah, you know where I'm going. Before I get to this, all right. So my battery died, right? This is like kind of a side story, taking it on a tangent, So my battery died, so I'm like, all right. So I put it back in the charger. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get something to eat because I'm in a hotel in America land out there, nowhere. And so I go to this restaurant. I sit at the bar, and there's just a couple employees. There's not really anybody there. And so I order a beer and I order a chicken Caesar salad. And on the tube is VH1, and they got this bikini show, right? They got women prancing around. They got the bikinis, right? So I'm kind of watching out of the corner of my eye, and then everyone in the room just guffaws all at once. They're looking up, so I look up, and this is an example of a intentional fail that failed, right? So it's like a double failure for me. So I'm looking, and everyone else is just watching this, and I look, and I want to sort of play it off like, oh, I don't really care about. So I'm like, hey, so that's a nice necklace she's got, right? And everyone said, that's not a necklace, that's a bikini. Because I want to pretend like I wasn't looking at the obvious feature, that was staring me in the face, So that was like a failure of an attempted fail on my part. But anyway, I'll post a link to it. It was I can't remember her name, Sims, but she had a $30,000 bikini that looked like a necklace. Okay, it was diamond encrusted, looked like a cheap necklace. Anyway, so back to what we're doing here. We're at the hotel, right? So this hotel is cheap, and what do we have here in the hotel? There it is. This is the answer to loneliness, right? Okay, another side story. Another story here. Okay, so this is my example of loneliness. This is I have gone officially to the bottom of the barrel here. Okay, so think about like the worst thing, like this is even worse than prostitution. This is like emotional prostitution. So I go on YouTube, and I'm just like, I've got 3 people that look at my videos, and granted I haven't been on YouTube very long, but I'm sort of depressed. Like I'm shouting, giving my information out on the web, and then nobody really looks at it. So it's sort of like that tree that falls in the woods and nobody hears it. That's what I felt like, So I'm like, how can I get more people to watch my videos? So I'm like, thinking, I'm searching, and I found it. There is a website that has, I don't know how they do it, but they will give you views, but it can't be real. It's like it's a computer, or it's like starving people in India or some paying them 1 shilling to view I don't know how they do it, right? But it's like cheap. I mean, it's fake. It's ridiculous. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pay $5, whatever it is, and they can give me 20,000 people to view my video. So I'm in this hotel and it's lonely. So anyway, so I gotta go back to the real thing, the holy book, right? And we're just gonna open up. I'm gonna put you up here. We're just gonna open it up. See what the Bible has to say. Okay, here we go. For so whoever eateth of my flesh shall have everlasting life. I'm going to try that. The Bible. Try this.